So you're running your business and you're feeling the grind. You're juggling million tasks from answering emails to managing your calendar, handling customer inquiries, and so much more. But there's a big question. How do you know when it's time to bring in some help? When do you know it's time to hire a virtual assistant? I've got that questions over and over again. I figure it would be good to do a video around it, right? Well, if you're overwhelmed by all the little tasks taking up your time, if you're finding it harder to focus on growth or client work, or if you're just plain burnt out from trying to do it all, then my friend, it's probably time to get a virtual assistant. In today's video, I'm going to help you answer the big question: when do you know you need a virtual assistant? I'm going to walk you through the signs and symptoms that's a time to bring in support. And we'll talk about how hiring a VA can be a game changer for your business. So, guess what? Grab your coffee, tea, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let's dive right in. All right. So, let's start with the most obvious sign: the overwhelming to do list. We all know about this, right? As an entrepreneur, your to do list is probably never ending. You start your day with good intention, but by the time you look up the clock, it's already 6 p.m. and you barely made a dent in your big picture goals. Instead, you're stuck handling all the small stuff from the email, scheduling meetings, organizing calendar, dealing with admin tasks that feel like they'll never end. Here's the thing: if you're spending more time on these low level tasks than on activities that actually drive revenue and growth, then it's a sign that you need some help. You cannot grow your business effectively if you're stuck managing things that someone else could handle on your behalf. So, how do you know if your to do list is taking up too much of your time? Well, I got a couple things that can help you. First, you want to ask yourself, how much time do I spend on tasks that don't directly move my business forward? That's one, right? Am I getting overwhelmed by things like emails, meetings, or managing customer inquiries? That's two. Do I feel like there is never enough time in the day to focus on what really matters? That's three. If you find yourself answering yes to these questions, then it's time to delegate these tasks to a virtual assistant who can handle them effectively, leaving you free to focus on growth. Okay, let's dive into something else. Another sign that you need a virtual assistant: you have that constant feeling that you're behind, right? Like, oh, I feel like I'm behind on everything, right? How many of you feel like that? You're always trying to play catch up. You're answering emails, managing meetings, handling client requests, but at the end of the day, you're still behind on everything. You're constantly putting out fires instead of making real progress toward your bigger goals. And let's be honest, that's not sustainable. You can't keep up with this pace forever. If you're constantly feeling like you're behind, like you're spinning your wheels and not getting ahead, then it's a sign that you need a virtual assistant. A VA can take over the day to day tasks that are bogging you down so you can focus on what's important, which is growing your business. When you bring in a VA, you create the mental space to focus on what moves your business forward. Rather than constantly putting out small fires, you'll be able to breathe again and you get ahead of the game instead of feeling like you're always catching up. All right. I know how that is. I've been there, done that. Okay. So here's another big sign: you're not spending enough time in your zone of genius. We all have our zone of genius, something that we're super good at it, right? It could be sales, could be marketing, could be content. But as a business owner, you got that unique skill set. And, it could be even coaching, consulting, creating products. But you spending your days doing admin tasks, managing your inbox, handling logistic. I spoke to somebody that spent hours editing a video. That's not their zone of genius. They should not be editing videos. Then you're not spending enough time doing what you actually excel at. This is a huge red flag. You did not start your business to be bogged down by the things that don't align with your strength. I said it again. Don't start your business and be bogged down by the things that don't align with your strength. You started your business to make an impact, serve your clients, create value. If you're not spending your time on those things, then it's time to look for help. You want to ask yourself these questions. Am I spending my time on things I don't really enjoy? Yes or no? Am I able to focus on serving my clients or working on my business vision? Or am I constantly stuck in the weeds? Yes or no? Am I feeling drained and unable to innovate or think strategically? Yes or no? If this resonates with you, a VA can step in and take over the tasks that are draining you. That way, you can focus on your zone of genius, the work that only you can do to move your business forward. I'm gonna give you another one. Is that you're becoming the bottleneck in your business. So, at the beginning of your business journey, you may have been able to handle everything yourself. But as your business grows, you start to become the bottleneck. When you're the one doing everything, nothing can move forward without your involvement. For example, your clients might be waiting for responses. You're delaying project because you're stretched too thin, or your team is waiting on you to approve things before they can move forward. This slows down the entire operation. When you have a virtual assistant, they can take over many of these tasks, speeding up the process, removing you as the bottleneck, whether it's answering client emails, managing your calendar, or handling customer service inquiries. A virtual assistant can handle the workload, which means that your business can move faster and more efficiently. Okay, so ask yourself these questions. Are clients or team member waiting on me to get things done? Yes or no? Am I delaying important decisions or tasks because I'm overwhelmed? Yes or no? Is my business moving slower than it could because I'm stuck handling administrative tasks? If the answer is yes, AVA can help you remove these bottlenecks and really allow your business to start running smoothly again, right? Remember, your business is a machine, it's a vehicle, right? It's a revenue generating machine. So you really don't want to be the bottleneck in that machine because you're stopping that machine from keep creating that flow that you want. Here's another big one that I see a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with. You want a better work-life balance. So what do I mean by that? As your business grow, the pressure to do it all can lead to burnout. Okay. If you're working 60 hours, 80 hours a week that just keep up with the demand of your business, you're not going to last. No one can run a business at full speed without taking a break, and you need time to recharge, right? So a virtual assistant or team of virtual assistant can help create the space to take care of yourself, your family, or even just enjoy some downtime because now you can delegating tasks, reduce your workload, avoid burnout, and regain control over time, right? And here's some questions you can ask yourself. Do I feel like I have no time for myself or my family? Yes or no? Am I working weekends just to catch up on tasks? Yes or no? Do I feel like I'm sacrificing my personal life to keep my business running? Yes or no? If you're answering yes to any of these, it's time to hire a virtual assistant and start reclaiming your time. You did not start your business to be overwhelmed and stressed. You started it to create freedom and flexibility in your life. So, when do you know you need a VA? It's when your to do list is overwhelming, when you're feeling constantly behind, when you're not spending enough time on what you do best, when you're becoming the bottleneck in your business, or when you're looking for more work life balance. If any of these sound familiar, it's time to hire a virtual assistant. And guess what? A virtual assistant is an investment in your time, your business, and your sanity. But bringing in a VA, you can not only free up your time to focus on what truly matters, but you also help you grow your business, serve your clients better, and achieving the success you've been working toward. So, if you're ready to take the next step, hit that like button, subscribe to this channel for more tips on hiring and working with VAs, and let me know in the comments what's the first task that you're ready to delegate to a virtual assistant. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.